Okay, so I decided to make this video for two reasons. One, I really needed a non-Sonic video, and two, after E3 and no real Animal Crossing news to report, it was concerning and I wanted to make a video about it. So if you don't know what Animal Crossing is, I don't know how you're living on a rock that dense. Animal Crossing is a series of 5 main games where you pay your debt, do chores, and have a lot of fun doing it. It's one of those games to chill and have fun with. I've played 2 Animal Crossing games, New Leaf and New Horizons. I won't be reviewing the game or some other controversies about the game, but do note that when the game is finished with all the updates, I will do a video on the game as a whole, but judging how slow they're going, the game will be done by 2030. I have to say that there's more stuff to do in New Leaf than New Horizons, so a game in 2012 had more content at launch than a game in 2020. Of course, I know that some features will be impossible to implement, but some basic features that they could have had in New Horizons at launch was swimming, more villager dialogue, shop upgrades, the megaphone, etc., etc. Some of those features would have been nice to have day one or nice to have now. It just feels like the game came a little incomplete, and one of those things hurt me the most was the crossover items and villagers that didn't return. I understand not being able to add them for, I guess, promotional reasons, but it still sucked that they didn't have the items. Oh, and I'm pretty sure some normal furniture is missing, which is very upsetting. Up to the time I'm writing this, June 16, 2021, New Horizons had many updates. Some of the first few ones were just patch updates. I know one of my friends was pretty disappointed that the 1.1.1 update fixed the item rotation glitch. That was their main way of making money. I never used it because I always felt guilty doing it. The first quote-unquote major update was the 1.1.1a update, which added Bunny Day as a holiday, which I don't want to dwell on that unfortunate day. The second major update was the 1.2 update, which is the Earth Day update, which added a lot of things. This released on April 23rd, 2020. The first thing was adding Red and the art exhibit, and Leaf as a traveling merchant. Stuff that was already in New Leaf, although I'm not complaining. It's weird to see stuff that I will say is pretty important to Animal Crossing, such as art, not in the game day one, but it's fine. This update also added new features such as Nature Day, May Day, International Museum Day, and Wedding Season, all of which were fun events to do once. Though if did repeatedly like Museum Day and Wedding Season, it kinda got old for me. The update also added a bunch of smaller things and whatnot. The next update, the 1.3 update, or the summer update, was huge. This was split into 2 waves. The first wave coming July 3rd, 2022. 2022? How did I mess that up? July 3rd, 2020. This update added a lot of new content, which was some new and some old. The biggest part of it was swimming and diving. This was a huge deal for me because I was excited to swim, which was weird because I did it in New Leaf, but I was ecstatic nonetheless. They also added the NPC Pascal, who is now and forever will be my favorite NPC, and Gulliver, who has a variation of the quest Gulliver gives you. As usual, there are smaller updates like the fact that some visiting characters are no longer guaranteed to show up every week, which I didn't even notice they did. Then on July 30th, the second summer update was released, which like the first one, had some pretty big new stuff. They added the usual new furniture and stuff, they added fireworks, and added a way to turn off the guide in the camera app, which was a glitch that they patched out. As for bigger stuff, they finally added dreams to the game. If you don't know what dreams are, they allow you to post your island online, and players can visit them even when you're not online, and anything they do will not affect your island, which is great. It was a cool feature in New Leaf, so seeing it here was a great addition. They also added the ability to back up your island online, which I was very upset that you couldn't do when the game came out. It isn't a perfect system, and it's far from great, but it was nice that they finally added that feature in the game, which in my opinion should have been there day one. On September 30th, a full 1 month later, the 1.5.0 or the fall update was released. This event added the Halloween event and candy items. Pumpkin, or my money farm, are now able to be grown, which is nice to grow some other foods other than fruit. Reaction and skin tones are also added for more customization. This was a very good update, which added the stuff to keep the game fresh. On November 19th, the 1.6.0 winter update added 2 whole holiday events, the Turkey Day and Toy Day. Alongside these events, the special characters Franklin and Jingle respectively, along with furniture for the events were added. Though events weren't the only thing this update added, there were also some more customization options like new reactions and hairstyles. You also had the option to expand your house storage once you paid off your final debt. On January 28, 2021, the 1.7.0 update added the festival event, clothing, and reactions too. From what I remember and some of the YouTube comments, This was around the time that some people were really starting to get upset for just getting holiday events. Which, I mean, it's understandable because this update was just Festival, which was the exact same event that was in New Leaf. Anyway, the 1.8.0 was the Mario Anniversary update, which added a bunch of Mario-themed items, and the best part, the pipes, which, don't at me, is the best item in the game. The 1.9.0 update added the Sanrio villagers and items. No, I really love the Sanrio stuff, but it's kinda hard to get since the whole scalping situation, although I really didn't try all that hard to get them. They also finally updated the custom design portal that allows you to finally use it using your Nook phone. Gone is the terrible situations where the tailors are closed and you can't access the portal. A great quality of life feature. They also added more Bunny Dot items that you could attain. And finally, the latest update, the 1.10.0. To be honest, I thought we'd be at 2.0 by now, but nope. This update added the new May Day, Museum Day, and Wedding Season. What's that? They're all old stuff? Oops. I mean, at least they added a new May Day map, which was nice, and a new reward for it too. But now people are really starting to get upset, even more because this was pretty much old content. It's very understandable why people are angry, and I'm a little peeved too. I'm not completely outraged by the lack of new stuff and grateful for the stuff we got, but you have to understand why people are acting this way. I really get annoyed when people say that people complaining are being ungrateful and be lucky that we even got an Animal Crossing game. And to the people who say that, are you happy with getting little to no new content that feels less complete than a game that came out in 2012? Understand that the people complaining don't outright hate the game and want to see it succeed. And to the people complaining, please be a little mindful to who you're complaining to, and don't be rude. You guys have to understand that these are hardworking developers who probably have to work on other projects. I am very passionate about this series, and even though I've played only 2 games and some population growing, I love this series and its fan base. So when I see New Horizons not getting the love I think it deserves, I'm a little sad. But who knows? Maybe a new update will come out tomorrow, and it'll be a huge 2.0 update that adds so much stuff. I'm gonna hold out on that hope. One day, I want to do a review on this game, on each game individually, but until then, I'm gonna chill and sit with my villagers.